All right. Temur, which for those new to Magic refers to the color combination of red, green, and blue that we have here. Fires. Fires of Invention. You can only cast one spell during your turns. You may cast no more than 2 spells. You can play spells with a converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. So the general idea is to play Fires on 3 if you got it, and then play some 5-drops the turn after. This deck is also leveraging Field of the Dead with a variety of different lands. And we've got 4 copies of Fae of Wishes here, which can dip into our sideboard and even cast cards like Cry and Legion's End and Casualties of War and Nicol Bolas that we don't normally have the colors of mana to cast thanks to Fires of Invention. Yeah, we'll see. I've got a few months of forcibly having them kind of split murky, so we'll see how I feel after a little bit. I don't know. There's some value. I feel like having a weekday off is kind of nice too, just because. What deck are we playing for the Temur deck? That one. Having a weekday off is nice because like you can get things done during the week that you can't do on the weekends. Turn 1 Grazer, Sneeper Keeper, chat. Yeah, let's not make jokes about things that cause people to die on my channels, please and thank you. Sure. All right, some black-red Croxa here, looks like. Also another thing, and that one doesn't just get your message deleted, it gets you timed out here. Calling being empathetic to other people who have real suffering in their lives. Political correctness is a tool assholes use to justify them being an asshole. So don't do that in my spaces either. Three cards in the bin, including this Uro, so we need to get a couple more in there just yet. It's like when people tell you don't be political or just like, can't you just agree to disagree with the Trump supporter? It's like, well, the Trump supporter is voting to deny basic human rights to entire groups of people, and they're voting against my children's access to affordable health care. They're voting against addressing climate change. That's gonna not address, is gonna destroy the planet that my children need to live on. So no, I can't just agree to disagree with someone that's doing all of those things, because all of those things are pretty horrible in my opinion. They just want to destroy the planet your kids have to live on. Can't you just agree to disagree with them? Nah, hard pass. They just think if you get sick and lose your job that your children should lose their home. Nah, hard pass. Can't agree to disagree. Why not stack your triggers the other way? Would it not have been better? No, I wanted to draw the card from Risen Reef because if I drew a land, I would draw it and then loot through it. I think I'm clicking submit. A lot of our sideboard here, In fact, all of our sideboard except Mystic Dispute is a Wish package, so, yeah. Thanks for the 41 months, the Faith Age. Oh, that's a good suggestion. I'm gonna make a note. Let's add one of those. Cool APC. Scape Shift in the sideboard to get with Fae. Was it, I believe it was Martin Luther King Jr., right? He wrote that one of the biggest obstacles isn't the actual hateful people, it's the moderates that sit on the sideline and tolerate the hateful people for the sake of this fake civility. Keeping things civil is more important than fighting, than having things having actual equality to a lot of people. The tolerance paradox, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was King. I think I'd rather Growth Spiral than Grazer here. It is in fact sadly still relevant 60 years later. If more people were willing to say to their loud bigot of a family member, "Hey, that's not okay," we would be better off as a society. Rather than just smiling at the dinner table and accepting it. That's a thought. If I hit the untapped land there, I didn't think about that. That's a good thing to point out. I think I'm gonna put this into play tapped, and then just like Grazer. Oh, it's untapped. That's funny. That's hilarious. Thanks. This is a miss too, right? So there aren't any cards in my sideboard here that let me destroy enchantments without fires in play, right? So that's the thing too. Escape Shift sounds good. No, but I have to have fires to cast casualties, right? I can cast casualties because this gives me 2 rainbow lands. That's awesome. Because this makes these rainbow lands. All right, so I think we should have like a return to nature or something in the sideboard so we can like theoretically take like a Blood Sun off the table. Yeah, I think a return to nature in the sideboard makes a lot of sense. So I have to redraw one of these. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to redraw both because I didn't play Field. Yeah, I should have played Field of the Dead there. Yeah, it's whatever. It'll be fine. We're pretty far ahead at the moment. And extra lands, I can use this card to pick this back up. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna redraw these anyways. This should definitely be on top of my deck. I'm gonna put this on top so they couldn't agonizing remorse it. Super good catch. That's just good clean living right there. GG. Alright, let's take a peek at this wish board really quick. I think a Escape Shift makes a lot of sense, and I think a Return to Nature makes a lot of sense. I probably don't need 2 unmoored egos. 2 casualties is probably fine. Do I need a nickel bolas? Like, scape shift plus casualty should be plenty go over the top cards, right? I have escape to the wilds too as a go over the top card. I think that's probably the cut. This is 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 go over the top cards. I like it. Sure. Temur gates, but we got 7 beautiful borderless cards, chat. What do you expect me to do? Mulligan? Arboreal Grazer? Maybe I'm supposed to be aggressive and bottom that. I don't know. Dead, chat. We're dead. Alright, chat. If we don't draw an untapped land next turn, it's because you at home didn't believe. So I need you to channel your energy and believe. Although I guess we get to play a 1/4, huh? Man, this card's busted. Even if we hit the land, I think we'd rather have the 1/4, right? Yeah, pretty sure the 1/4 is just better, because like they have Goblin Shade Whirler. I told you, chat, this 1/4 is busted. It's great. You love to see it. I will say this, sideboarding with decks like this is incredibly easy. And submit. I didn't believe in the land because we clearly didn't. That's fair. Harsh but fair. Clearly we're fine without it. For the afternoon crowd, by the way, I'd really appreciate it if you haven't already done so. You should like and retweet this tweet to see if Magic Arena will give us a very easy feature for them to add that would make running the Hoaglandia Open easier. It would be nice if we had official support for Historic as a direct challenge tournament format. Yeah, that's fine. It's land I don't already have. I mean, it's not a feature to just support me. It's a feature that would be good for their client to have in general. That's the perfect draw there. So next turn we'll get to go Fires, Field of the Dead, Cavalier, draw some cards. Man, flipping Cleveland, chat. Cleave ho indeed. Okie doke. I really hope they give Oko a chance in this format at some point, because I feel like Oko is probably a fine power level for this format. Honestly, I think Oko and Field of the Dead are probably fine in Standard even. Yeah, we're just in here, right? The guy that had the hit rap song last year. Yeah, that guy. He's great. I don't know that we have room in the sideboard for Storm's Wrath. Like, if we're wishing for a sweeper anyways, we're probably just time wiping. So, like, people that would say you don't want to only play with 3/3s all day long, you don't understand what Historic is, right? Like, people like you said that Field of the Dead would be the only thing people would do in this format if Field of the Dead was legal. And guess what? Those people are pretty wrong. There are a ton of non-Field of the Dead decks that see play in this format. All right, I think I just take Scape Shift here, right? And we just, like, hope to draw any land next turn and then make some zombies. Not to mention that Field of the Dead is a natural predator to Oko. And we'll just want to make sure we get colors. Oh, I could have played the 1/4 here too. I wasn't paying attention. It'll be okay, chat. Yeah, Scape Shift fuels Uro here. Get to scry a little bit. In. The concern is Oko dumpster's aggro decks. I would posit that aggro decks are competitive against Oko on the back of Embercleave. Yeah, there's lots of things in Magic that are incredibly tedious, though. You ever played against blue-white control? Ember Elk isn't a real statement because you don't have time to recover. Do I want this Fabled Passage? I think I do, actually. I think I actually want this Fabled Passage, right? Because it's worth 4 zombies. Oxo Dumpster's bad aggro decks, yeah. Yep. Sure, there are people that like blue-white control. That's the whole point, right? Like, there's people that like the decisions that come with a card like Oko. One of the things Mark Rosewater really nailed on the head in one of his game design talks was that the things that people love about your game are the same things that other people are going to hate about your game. It's very difficult, often probably impossible, to make something that elicits strong emotions that doesn't elicit strong emotions in both directions. I think that's true about more than just games as well, but I think it's especially true about games. Indifference is the enemy of fun. Yes, you are much better making designs that some people love with a 10 and some people love as a 2, rather than creating something that everybody thinks is a 6. It's the basic principle. Not only you can't please everyone, but by trying to please them, you're making a worse product. All right, let's draw another land next turn and play two of these, huh? Swish, chat, nothing but net. And we get to play Cavalier here, which lets me then, Cavalier of Thorns away whatever I put on top of my deck. So I get to put this back and put this back, and then I get to play this. Oh, I could have put the land back on top. I'm so dumb. Yeah, I totally should have put the land on top. And then I would have made zombies here. Swish! No Justice stream is my favorite stream, chat. Yay! Magic! Woo! Magic! We do it, and do it, and do it, and do it again. Magic's easy, just don't be unlucky, chat. Super easy. How it ruins combat in your opinion? Sure, and I'm telling you that your opinion doesn't matter because there are lots of things that lots of people don't like about different parts of Magic, and I'm telling you that some people disliking a play pattern isn't a reason to ban things. If we're gonna get rid of things that create bad play patterns, Teferi should have been banned a year ago. Should have been banned a decade ago. I don't know when it should have been banned, but it should just be like unprinted. Narset too, I agree. Narset and Teferi explicitly remove the two most interesting parts of the game. Yeah, Embercleave's a card that has real crap play patterns too. The thing, and this is something I think enough people don't consider, I think the reason Oko gets so much more hate than something like Embercleave is because Embercleave doesn't give you the option to keep playing once you've lost. The problem with a card like Oko is that when you lose to Oko, you keep taking game actions if you want to keep taking game actions. Oko doesn't make you stop playing Magic when he's won the game. Whereas Cleave feels less offensive, I think, because when Cleave wins the game, that's it, you're done, you stop taking turns. So from an emotional perspective, it's a lot more satisfying to lose to Embercleave because the feel bads don't last as long. Whereas with Oko, you get to sit there and suffer for however long you want to suffer for generally. It takes a while for Oko to finish you off. Can main phase spiral for a Grazer there. That's a good call. I've not been thinking about those lines consistently. I think I just want to escape here rather than scape shift. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. Like, if I took scape shift here, I wouldn't be winning with it next turn. I couldn't use it next turn. I need 7 lands for scape shift to make zombies. No cleave here is great for us. Yeah, Oko, similar to Lantern Control. Yeah, the game's often over long before people actually concede. I think I'm gonna escape here and just go land into Fae of Wishes. Main decking answers to things means the card's busted. You do realize we currently exist in a standard format where Aether Gust is a card that sees main deck play, right? So like, one, I'd argue Sorceress Spyglass is infinitely more main deckable reasonable than Aether Gust is. I'd start there. Are they dead? I think they're dead, right? This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Only 15 damage here. I also, and again, this is why it's key, and a lot of people don't it's amazing to me how many people fail to grasp that power level is format contextual this far into a format. A lot of Oko's power level was based around the fact that he was in a format where Veil of the Summer and Once Upon a Time existed. Like, hey, LCD, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. A lot of the strength around that Planeswalker was because of those cards being legal alongside it. Like, you weren't just playing your Noxious Grass, you had to play them. You weren't just playing your removal spells, you were playing them and, like, hoping they were enough. And hoping they weren't getting veiled. Yeah, and the standard format where Oko was oppressive, Field of the Dead also wasn't legal. Which is, again, a big deal. I don't know. I'm kind of, it is exactly 17. I'm kind of optimistic that we might see them experiment with things like Oko and Historic, if only because they seem to be more willing to, like, put cards back into the format here. We'll see. I'd be very surprised if Oko is ever legal in a paper format again, but I think there's a chance we could see it in Historic at some point. No, Oko is officially banned in this format. Oko is officially. I don't even think you need specific answers to Oko. I think Field of the Dead and just a lack of Veil of Summer and Once Upon a Time would make him much worse. I also think, and this might be a controversial opinion, hashtag unbanned Splinter Twin, formats like Historic should be about getting to play with sweet, powerful, busted cards. Yeah, Burning Tree Emissary is a real tool for aggressive decks to attack Oko. Oko does not do well with lots of things hitting play at the same time, right? Okay, so here's one that would be sweet. Could you put Oko back in the format if you printed Pyroblast into the format? Discuss. Asking about answers. The problem is non-black decks can't take Oko off the table. What if we put Pyroblast into the format? How sick of an addition would that be? That would be a sick card for this format. I haven't thought about that one before, but I was like going through the list of things you could print. Pyroblast. What if they put Pyroblast in? That would be a sick, sweet Pyroblast and Hydroblast. Like those would be great. Those would be sweet additions to this format. That sounds great. Whatever. Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast, pick one. Pick one. Pyroblast counters Teferi, chat. It just stops all the things we hate.
Every story is an opportunity.
That would be a sick, sick addition.
My notes helpful.
That's it. That's the top of my wish list now. That's the top of my wish list of cards I don't expect to get printed, but I would like to see. People recommending Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay is not really any different than what we already have. We already have Assassin's Trophy. Says Zach, if you could hear us, this is what we want. I would like one Pyroblast, please. Yes, you do still have to pay the escape mana cost for Uro here. I'm gonna leave lands in my bin because we have Red Cavalier in our deck. Why would Oko be less powerful and historic than Pioneer isn't power level Pioneer? Well, I mean, if you actually use some critical thinking skills and listen to the discussion we've been having, one of the things I've cited as being a natural predator to Oko is Field of the Dead. Is Field of the Dead legal in Pioneer? It's legal in Historic. That's unfortunate. I don't think Oko or Field of the Dead should be banned in Pioneer either. Just for reference, I think they should both be fine there. Oh, I should Spiral in response because it's free. Field is legal in my heart. What if I take Nexus of Fate here? If I just do that? Yeah, I get to just Nexus them? There's some sick justice. Oh, I should hold that so that way I can have cards to discard the Fae of Wishes. Am I gonna Nexus? Do I just attack them? No, because I want to take their Planeswalker out of play. So we'll pick this back up at the end of the turn, paying these two, discarding these. Thanks for the 15 months, Skrylock. I wouldn't be here without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. Alright, let's try this again, huh? I wish, upon a star. Yeah, intervention, this one. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. All right, so this is a Mystic Dispute matchup. What am I cutting? I think I'm gonna board in the extra fires too. I'm gonna cut the Arboreal Grazers. Does that seem reasonable? Just be a little bit more interactive. Or would I rather keep Grazer to go 1 to 3 and cut Growth Spiral? Maybe that's the line. What do we think of that? I think I like that. Let's do that. We could pay the 8. Yep. Zalem, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm just gonna spend my mana here. I want to tap out for Risen Reef next turn anyways, I think, so this is a 1-for-1. Like, I know this would sacrifice, but this would let them ramp and then draw cards, so I think I'm happy making that exchange. That's a Field of the Dead. I think I'm supposed to bottom that. I guess it starts putting pressure into play. I have this dispute. I can Fae of Wishes for Return to Nature next turn, and have Return to Nature for Wilderness Reclamation, which is nice. Fun fact, Mercury is 0.3 AU from the sun. Thank you for the 39 months, Incendium. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Negate. Yep. Right? Earl's not a bad pickup here. Does Nexus get exiled by Leyline of the Void? It does not. Nexus of Fate is what we refer to as a replacement effect, so it never actually enters the graveyard. Yep. Yep. Leyline is also a replacement effect. Sure, but Leyline replaces cards that would go to the graveyard. When a card would be impacted by multiple replacement effects at the same time, the owner of that card chooses which replacement effect is applied and in what order. I'd also like to submit somebody earlier was talking about Oko needs to be banned because they hate the play patterns of it. Listen, Nexus of Fate is legal in this format. Everything you get to say about banning things based on bad play patterns is invalidated. I don't know. I just kind of feel like if you look hard enough, you can find someone that hates the play patterns of most things in Magic. So like, where's the line at? Where does that experience get drawn? Who's the dictator of what's okay and what's not? The chain sound effect is really good, I agree. Let's see if their last card is Nexus of Fate here. They've got two of them. They just have a fog. Yep. Good chance we don't get another turn here. They're gonna get to flip the Search for Azcanta, and then they have Reclamation to get double activations. I hate the play patterns of whatever beats me while I'm playing it. Ain't that the truth? There's an honest Magic player. I'm gonna concede if they find an Nexus of Fate here. Incredibly unlikely to get another turn. Hearthstone apparently announced that they're going to be moving more of their previously thought to be in-person events to digital, which is great. Hopefully we see Magic do more of that too. Hopefully we see Wizards of the Coast like pump some money into development to get a spectator client as a priority. It would be ideal. My time's worth just way more than that, Spooky. My time's super valuable. Like, if your time's, or you're doing something else while you do it and you want to make them click through it, good luck, Godspeed. But especially here on stream, like, nah, I mean, they're allowed to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, I'm hoping that requiring people for the Historic Open to stream their matches to Discord will hopefully give us a higher quality product than what Channel Fireball was able to produce. And like, just to be clear, I understand the Channel Fireball people are doing their best with what they've been dealt, but like, I'm hoping that my requirement of that will hopefully increase the quality of it overall. Unfortunately, I already have Forest and Field of the Dead here, so not gonna make zombies. This'll make zombies, though. Zombie, hey, hey. Yes, yeah, my hope is that I'm able to sync up most of the streams to be able to provide coverage similar to the Mythic Championship, where I will have both players' hands visible on stream as well. Is my intention. I'm sure we're gonna hit some technical difficulties the first week, even with doing appropriate prep, but It is, and honestly, without a spectator client or without doing what I'm doing, which is making streaming to Discord being a requirement to join the event, I don't think Channel Fireball can realistically put together a better product with what they've been given. Like, I don't fault them at all on that aspect. The whole Discord pairing thing, maybe looking into using MTG Melee for tournament management would be nice, but as far as like actually doing coverage goes, they're doing the best with what they've got. Deck lists are due 1 hour before the tournament starts on the 12th. Who's... Oh. The door is locked. Because children.
I need to know how to turn this off of streaming to another computer.
You need to... Did you log into mine?
Yeah.
If you click the drop down, it should have an option to install it. I think. Well, you don't want to stream it because that's going to pull it up on my computer here.
I know.
And Google on Steam how to do... Or I'll close my Steam here, actually. That should hopefully do it for you. Okay. She's trying to set up a Steam game for Declan on the computer. And, it's only giving her an option to stream that game from my computer here, as opposed to... Perfect. Love you. Yeah, decklist will be open. Of course, decklist will be open. What do you think this is? Y'all new here? So MTG Melee is fantastic software, and whatever time zone you are currently in on the computer you are looking at the website on will be the time zone displayed for the start time on the MTG Melee site. So it translates it to the local time zone of your computer automatically. For reference, it's currently 1 p.m. where I'm at, and it's starting at 9 a.m. my time, but the website's good technology, and it translates it automatically for you. I think I'm just passing, and I'm planning to pick Fae of Wishes back up for next turn. Yes, Wizards of the Coast decidedly did not make this website. Decidedly, it's not a Wizards of the Coast product. Hey, Robin, let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for the 12 months of support. I appreciate it. Make some more zomboys and girls here. How do you check if you're capable of streaming Discord? Good question. You should join in the current subs Discord server and pop on into one of the voice channels there. And click the go live button to test. If you have at least a consistent 5 megabits upload speed or better, you definitely have enough bandwidth. You just need to check and make sure your computer is capable of doing it as well. Seven man explorer is definitely accurate.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you.
See if they have root snare here yet.
Your research.
Oh, they're just gonna try and kill us this turn. Sure. Probably not getting another turn. Michael Sticks, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. I'm going to give them one more turn here. If they take an extra turn, this turn I'm going to concede.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Yep. And again, any argument in this format constructed about, like, you know, we should leave Oko banned because it sucks to play against, you know, Nexus is legal. So, unless Oko's too strong, I think it should be unbanned. Yeah, this is fine. I would love a land. Thank you for asking. If Punchworthy's still here, by the way, he was asking this. I wasn't a huge fan of Slay the Spire for my own personal sake, but Declan is currently playing Slay the Spire on my laptop upstairs. That's what Christy came down for. She was trying to figure out how to get Slay the Spire to actually install on the laptop, as opposed to it was just offering to stream it from my desktop down here through their Steam streaming feature. It is on the Switch, but you have to buy it again. So like if you have the Steam copy, I have to give them another $25. And we have a Steam controller on the computer, so it's about the same to him. Easy block. I think I'm gonna do this and discard both of these cards because I want to fill the bin up for Uro. This might be a little greedy because there's no guarantee I hit a land I don't already have. Yeah, so like I didn't get to make a zombie there. I think that's fine. So I'm gonna get to escape Uro next turn now. Meyer, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. If he's on the PC, get him to stream on the wife's account so he can start paying for himself. Sorry for playing. Don't feel sorry. Magic is all about finding a deck that you enjoy playing and then playing a bunch of it. Don't let anybody else's enjoyment of the game dictate what your enjoyment of the game is. Good luck in the rest of your matches today. Oh, I want to keep lands in here in case we draw more red Cavaliers, right? Looking for spells, but also probably don't need spells to win this game at this point. Thanks, Meyer. If you're someone who enjoys Historic, you should consider signing up for the Historic Open we're going to be having in 2 weeks. Do I trade here? I think I'm supposed to trade here, right? I don't know. I'm at 23. I'm going to take the hit. Now, this might be wrong. It might be wrong to trade this for these two. Gonna play this out so I can get more blockers eventually to put more things in the bin. Not that we block Questing Beast. Yeah, the upside to blocking is I trade with the Questing Beast instead of trading with the Bone Crusher Giant is a real upside. Because like here I'm kind of in a bad spot now because I don't have a blocker left for this. Oh wait, they're probably just dead to this, right? Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Honk, honk my zombies. Do, 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 do. Ah, Grazer. No has Defender. Swole Grazers. The Swole Grazers are coming for you, chat. They're coming for you. Do 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 do. Snap keeps. And we were playing Commander way back. We have played some competitive Commander / Brawl on Moto from forever ago. I don't even remember how far back you would have to look though offhand. Probably pretty far back. Thanks for the 20 months, Mojo. I appreciate that. Welcome back. yeah, I think you're right. I think it was like Brawl was still legal, MTGO Brawl. That sounds accurate. All right, so we've died. Good chat, good chat. That one didn't quite pan out quite as well as the first one. Nah, quite as good as the first time through. All right, take two. Yikes. This is fine, right? We'll bottom the Rootbound Crag, go this into this, then we'll have Fae of Wishes with it for later. From 6 years ago, that makes sense. How is player slots in the Historic Open doing, by the way? How many Hoaglandians have we had sign up, chat? Looks like there are currently 89 of the 256 spots spoken for. I expect we'll end up filling it, but who knows? Maybe we won't. We'll see. If we don't quite fill the full 260 spots, or 256 spots, I might consider limiting it to 128 for the following month, just so we can guarantee fewer rounds, because 11 rounds is a big commitment. I also put the first one on Easter Sunday, which, I don't know, a lot of you are probably locked up like me anyways, but I suppose there's a chance that people have commitments on that day. I don't know, I feel like spending 6 mana to lava coil something is like really embarrassingly slow. Actually, this is gonna be an incredibly low bar, but I promise you that the prizes for the Hoaglandia Open are gonna be better than the prizes for the gem CQs on Magic Arena. This is my promise to you, chat. My promise to you is that at a minimum, the prizes will be better than that. Sick. Nailed it. Hello, oldest son. You come hang out for a minute? What's up?
Good.
How did egg decorating go?
Good.
Good?
All day long. Wow.
Hey, who's that? It's Jacobs.
Too many Jacobs?
Too many Jacobs. That's a lot of Jacobs. I'm glad I've only got one Jacob.
That's crazy, right?
It's crazy. I agree.
I agree. Me too. Me too.
Oh, you just knew there were gummy candies on my desk still?
Yeah.
Do you just use me for my gummy candies?
I see.
That's an excellent blocker. Ooh, and we escaped it. We milled an Uro. Sick. All right, I suppose if they have Ember Cleave, they could win here still.
I saw Bioshock.
If they don't have Ember Cleave, we're in a good spot. I didn't catch that, kid. What?
Bioshock.
There are definitely going to be prizes that include putting things in the deck queue. And then Hurly Burly there in chat, I got a message back from her on Twitter. We're going to have some altars for her business as some of the prizes at the top, I believe. And then other things we have, I believe the winner of the tournament is going to get to have their face on an emote on the channel for the month until the next tournament. That'll be like a rolling prize that we do. How many gummy candies did you put in your mouth? 2? All right, I kind of believe you. I mostly believe you.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly believe you. All right, Temur Fires. Yeah, I feel like this is. If you don't want your face, can you choose something else? Yeah, if you don't want it to be your face, you could choose something else that's like safe for work and appropriate. It is a fire sword and ice sword. Those are the sword of fire and ice. You want to look at those really quick?
Yeah.
Oh, Magic Arena's lagging. It's pretty cool, huh?
But I saw fire on you.
Yeah, ice sword, fire sword. My face is not safe for work. I liked what this was doing for the most part. I think this is definitely a deck where it's better in best of 1 than it is in best of 3, just because, like, you know, 12 of our sideboard slots here are cards dedicated to the Fae of Wishes, but, like, we won a lot of games in best of 3 with this. The utility provided in here was good.
Yeah.
Shh. Getting to Unmoored Ego Nexus game 1 was great. I felt like the spread of different spells that we had, the different Cavaliers were good in different spots. If anything, I almost think Cavalier of Gales. Don't parrot me, brat. You're silly. The red Cavalier was easily the best. It could maybe be right to try and cut the blue Cavaliers and play more of these, just because red Cavalier giving the zombies haste and extra attack was really, really good a lot of the time. And this ramping was also stellar in our Field of the Dead deck. All right, so what are we doing? I've got one more historic deck today. There are no draws. There will be no draws. The Hoaglandia Historic Open is a no draws tournament. It is double a limb. So I believe this is something that we found out. So there's no historic direct challenge option here, if you look, but there is a traditional limited cards option here where historic decks are legal. So the only caveat to this is it doesn't check for format legality. So it won't tell you that Oko and Veil and stuff are banned, but you will be DQ'd from the tournament if you play a card that's not legal. But this is probably what we'll use because it'll enforce match timers, so there won't be draws, which is ideal. That's what we want. All right. Any rate, we got one more historic deck coming up today. We are going to wrap up, where is it, with some green-black Citadel. This is one of the many historic decks that's really sweet that you can find up on my website. We'll be back in just a few minutes to kick things off with this. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.